left-hand hitting Veen. First pitch, swing and a miss. It's a fastball, 0-1, and we are underway. Farmer to follow, and Ezekiel Tovar after that here against Nick Pivetta, who has not had a great time pitching against the Rockies over the course of his career. 0-1 to Veen. The pitch is taken a little bit low, 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count is 1-1. Padres back from a 3-3 road trip. They lost 2 out of 3 in Wrigley, then took 2 out of 3 in Sacramento, and as you said at the start, after the 7-0 open to the season, you'll take that. Swing and a miss at another fastball, 1-2. Padres win on Wednesday afternoon, their 10th of the year. They were the first team to get to that number here in 2025. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count on Zach with a C, Veen. He sets the target. The pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Pivetta strikes out the first guy that he faces. 1 down here in the top of the first inning.
I think Pivetta and Diaz recognizing the long swing of Veen, just throwing the heater right by him for out number 1.
So base is empty for the second baseman, Kyle Farmer, former Dodger and Red, who has reached safely in 10 consecutive games. Been getting everyday action at second base with Thairo Estrada on the IL. First pitch coming, and a breaking ball misses low, 1-0. First curve of the night from Pivetta, and as we've seen, I think in his first couple of starts, and also getting to watch him quite a bit in spring training, that's a pitch he feels very, very comfortable with most of the time. 1-0, hit on the ground towards third base. Manny, long way to go, can't get there. It is on the ground and up the line into left field. Hayward digs it out against the side wall, and all he can do is send it back in towards third base. A 1-out double for Kyle Farmer, already his 4th of the year.
He continues to swing a hot bat. Coming into today's game, hitting over 300. Gets a little cutter maybe out in front, but keeps it fair down that third base line, and 1-out double for Farmer to get things rolling for the Rockies.
Beautiful evening downtown. Game time temperature 70 degrees. Brought to you by Lineage Watch Company, San Diego's very own watch brand and the official timepiece of the Padres radio network. Order yours today at lineagewatchco.com. That's lineagewatchco.com. First pitch at the top of the zone. That was a sweeper and a called strike, 0-1. Tovar got a day off yesterday in their win over the Brewers. Load management, always kind of a thing with the Rockies. And playing at the altitude as often as they do. Ground ball to the left side. Big hop for Bogaerts, who will check the runner. Pats it in his glove. And throw to first in. Plenty of time for the second out of the inning. Farmer remains at second base. And now the only thing standing between Pivetta and a clean getaway here in this first inning is the left-handed hitting Ryan McMahon. Rockies dropped 2 out of 3 in that series to the Brewers, had a 2-4 homestand that also included a series against the A's. They won the game yesterday 7-2 to avoid the sweep. First pitch to McMahon, right down the middle, and a called strike, 0-1. They lost the second game of that series 17-2. Not fun, unless you're the Brewers. Farmer at second, 2 outs. The 0-1 pitch is a check swing foul into the net. Second straight year in which the Rockies have had a game in which they allowed 17 runs. You would kind of assume or guess that the one last year was also in Denver, but no. They pulled that off at Target Field in Minneapolis in 2024.
Interesting.
Yeah. They can do it anywhere. 0-2. And the pitch to McMahon is low, a ball and 2 strikes.
I just assumed that we were talking about Coors Field.
It's a very safe assumption with the way that place plays. McMahon, nice start, hitting .295, couple of homers, couple of doubles, and an active 7-game hitting streak. The 1-2 from Pivetta in the dirt. Good block by the catcher, Diaz. And the count is even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. McMahon, all of a sudden, 30 years old. An all-star for the first time last year. Padres did a really good job against him in 2024, but he's had plenty of historical success against this team. Here's the 2-2. McMahon swings and misses, strike 3. Pivetta goes back to the heater and gets him. couple of bookend strikeouts here in the top of the first inning. No score with the Padres.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB.
And he takes a fastball strike from German Marquez right on the outside corner for strike one. No score, bottom of the first inning, and great to see Fernando back in the lineup. 0-1 pitch popped up mile high, shallow right. Martini in, Tolia back from first, and Martini charging in from right field makes the catch right near the line in fair territory for out number one. Marquez has really had to deal with some significant elbow and arm stuff the last couple of years. Tommy John cost him almost all of 2023. Came back last July, made one start. The arm didn't feel great, did not pitch again in 2024. Arise gets in, he takes low ball one. So Marquez pitching against the Padres for the first time since opening day 2023 here at Petco. He's had much success against the Pods over the years. 1-0 way outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Much different type of offense than he faced in 23, and a lot of different names than he faced in 23.
That is really the best point you could make as Arise rips one foul down the right field line, 2-1.
And quite frankly, it's probably, out of all of the offenses he's faced in his tenure as a Rocky, this is probably the most prolific in terms of the Padres that he's seen.
No question. 2-1 pitch, hit on the ground sharply, but pretty much at the shortstop. Tovar, he's got it, and slings it to first in time. Quickly, 2 down in the bottom of the first inning. He has had a lot of historic success against this team, but what you said is the most important thing. 16 career starts, 10-3 with a 4.38 ERA. Far and away, more wins against the Padres than any other team. But these are not the Padres of 2018, 2019, or as you pointed out, even 2023. Here's Machado with 2 outs, nobody on. And Manny takes way outside, ball 1. 2 for 3 with a couple of singles, couple of walks, and a stolen base in the Wednesday win in Sacramento. 5 for 12 against the A's at his first home run of the season in that series. Swings and misses at a good fastball here. And a count even 1-1. Marquez, not necessarily a strikeout guy. When he's at his best, he gets his ground ball outs. 1-1 pitch is at the knees for strike 2, but between the longevity and the success that he has had, he's now struck out more guys than any Rocky ever. Here's the 1-2. Manny hits it on the ground to third base. Big bounce for McMahon, pats it in the glove twice, and his throw to first is in time. A 1-2-3, bottom of the first inning for German Marquez. On to the second, no score against the Rockies.
It's time to say...
Flavors at Sinley Food. Discover authentic ingredients at 4665 El Cajon Boulevard. The Cook's Asian Resource. Chris Bryant leads off, takes a fastball strike from Pivetta, 0-1. No score here in the top of the second inning. Dylan Cease, as you may very well have seen by now, shaved his beard on the off day. The 1 pitch is outside. You had a tough start in your last outing. You can certainly see how that might happen. And it was certainly tough sledding for him on Tuesday night against the A's. And coming back here in the top of the second inning, they showed him on the big board at Petco, and the crowd went crazy. Fastball high, 2-1.
I mean, he told Scraby and I during the Gwen and Chris show during Fan Fest that he was going to wait and see how it performed. Apparently, wasn't happy with the performance of the beer.
2-1. Bryant tried to check on a pitch outside. They appeal. First base umpire Edwin Jimenez says he doesn't offer. And the count is now 3-1. Bryant, Martini, and Tolia here in the second inning against Pivetta. Comes set. And now the 3-1. Bryant swings, lines it into left field. Hayward coming in, kind of measuring it up. And while leaning down, he makes the catch for out number 1. Dylan, who's got a very, very dry, funny sense of humor, had a comment at one point during spring training when asked about the beard, and he totally deadpanned it, straight-faced. Somebody asked, are you going to keep it? He goes, well, they do say that people this handsome shouldn't grow beards.
He did say that.
So now he can show off the full face. Here's Martini, a former Padre, albeit briefly, swinging at the first pitch, grabbing it to a rise. Long run, but Luis gets there in plenty of time. And quickly, 2 outs for Pivetta here in the second, and already you can tell the difference between now and that last time at Wrigley.
Listen, I've said it a couple times. It's not an excuse, but it was quite frigid. And that baseball can get a little tough to command when it's at the cold temperatures like that. Clearly, to start this game, not having the same issues he was having in Chicago.
Now the switch hitting Michael Tolia batting left-handed. He has struck out a ton here in the early going. Fouls the first pitch back for a strike. No score, top of the second. First of the year between the Padres and the Rockies. As you know, Padres have had their trouble with Colorado most of the last several seasons. 0-1. The pitch is outside. Ball and a strike to Tolia, who's just 1 strikeout off the Major League lead here in the early going. Last season, Pods went 5-8 against Colorado, the only team in the division they did not have a winning record against. Go figure. 1-1 just off the plate outside. 2 balls and a strike. Now, 2 years ago, they went 9-4 against the Rockies. And I think a lot of us thought, all right, good, they've figured this thing out. But it happened again last year. Played a ton of close games against one another as well. Pitch is at the knees for a called strike, 2-2.
And it really has been a mixed bag of the Rockies playing up to the competition. Sometimes it's the Padres playing down to the competition.
And sometimes it's just Coors Field.
It's exactly.
Swing and a miss. Tolia chases a high heater. Third for Pivetta tonight. A 1-2-3 second. And he caps it with a K. 1.5 in the books.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or
fastball right down the middle for a called strike. 0-1. Sheets will be followed by Bogarts and Iglesias here against the veteran right-hander. Marquez, long look into his catcher Goodman, now the 0-1, and Sheets swings and misses. Good-looking breaking ball there from Marquez. Pulled the string with a curve, and ahead of him, no balls, 2 strikes. Sheets will use his timeout. And now back in that left-handed batter's box. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Came back with a curveball, got him to chase it in the dirt. Goodman picks it up, tags him out. First strikeout of the night for Marquez. 1 out in the second inning, and we'll pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Padres Radio Network.
KWFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
Hi.
Tony Gwynn Jr. and our producer-engineer Dave Marcus. I'm Jesse Agler. Scoreless game, second inning. Padres and Rockies here at Petco Park. Xander Bogaerts takes a fastball strike from Marquez, 0-1. Xander on a nice little run here. He's hit in 5 straight, 3 for 5 with a double and a couple of runs in that last game in Sacramento. Ball inside, 1-1. Went 6 for 13 in the series against the A's. Scored both Padre runs in the 2-1 win the other day, and at least 2 hits, 3 of his last 4 games.
Quietly putting together a good start to the year. Swinging the bat extremely well. A couple doubles in that last series.
Still looking for his first homer of 2025. Marquez pitch is swung on and missed. And now 1-2. 1 out, nobody on in a scoreless game, second inning. Marquez just waiting on Bogaerts. Now the 1-2 pitch and the third outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Xander, 34 career games against the Rockies, a .382 average. More hits against them last year than any other Padre. That's the stat of the day, brought to you by Culligan Water of San Diego, providing advanced water treatment solutions, including softeners, filters, and bottled water. 2-2, Marquez deals. Bogaerts waves and misses, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Marquez to begin the second inning. Culligan ensuring cleaner, safer, and great-tasting water for homes and businesses since 1936.
Bottom of the second is brought to you by Symbiotica, the official wellness partner of the San Diego Padres. Take charge of your health with premium supplements. Visit Symbiotica.com.
2 outs, nobody on for Jose Iglesias. First pitch is a 96-mile-an-hour fastball outside, 1-0. Jake Cronenworth, of course, put on the injured list prior to the game today, so Jose going to get a good amount of action, you would imagine, at second base. Pops this one up foul and out of play right side. Iglesias spent 1 year with Colorado, 2022. Obviously put up some pretty good numbers there, most guys do, but he absolutely tore the Padres apart as a Rocky that season. 1-1 is a little bit outside, 2 balls and a strike. In 2022, he played 14 games against the Padres as a Rocky. Hit .386 with a homer, 14 runs batted in, and 7 doubles. Pitch is just on the outside corner for a strike, 2-2. He's one of those guys you're having nightmares about if you're a Padre fan back in 2022. The good news, of course, Charlie Blackmon is retired. Pitch in the dirt outside.
He might be the reason all of this comes to an end.
Feels like it.
He has been here, part of all of it. Now he is no longer with this Rockies ball club, at least on the field.
That man cannot hurt you anymore. 3-2 on the outside edge. Strike 3 called. Marquez strikes out the side here in the bottom of the second inning. On to the third at Petco Park. No score. Padres and Rockies.
Let's see if we can figure out the following base.
0-1. Goodman swings, pops it up off the end of the bat, left side of the infield. Xander just kind of backing up onto the outfield grass, and he makes the catch, one away. Padres baseball brought to you by Prize Picks. Download the app today and use promo code 973TheFan. Nick Pivetta, maybe the worst start of his career, came at Coors Field last year. Of course, the list of starters who can say their worst ever start came at Coors Field quite long, as Mickey Moniak out of La Costa Canyon High School takes strike one. Left-handed batter with one out, nobody on here in the third inning, but it was a really, really tough one at Coors last July. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. 7 runs on 10 hits in 2 2/3 innings. Rockies won that game 20-7. They would finish with 21 hits on the afternoon. Here's the 0-2 Moniak takes inside. And despite all of that, nobody was talking about the result of the game after the game, because that was the day that things really came to a head between Cal Quantrill and Reese McGuire of the Red Sox. Popped up left side of the infield. Manny charging in from third near the line. He'll make the catch in fair territory for out number 2. And the order will turn over for the first time. Zach Bean coming up. It's a big bench-clearing thing, really explosive. And that's what everybody remembers about that game. So Pivetta kind of faded into the background. And obviously no such issues so far here tonight.
So given the circumstances, you understand why he kind of faded to the back there.
If you're going to have a bad day, that's like kind of the perfect thing to happen.
Perfect day to do it, right?
Bean, left-hand hitter, swings and misses, strike one. Even in a market like Boston, I'm sure the conversation after the game was not about, hey, Pivetta, what happened? It was all about what took place between Quantrill and McGuire. 0-1, Bean swings and misses, strike 2.
It's been all fastballs to Bean. Got 3 in the first inning. He's been given 2 more here, all at the top of the zone. And he takes his time out to try to regroup.
Base is empty, 2 down, no score, top of the third. Pivetta gave up a double to Farmer with 1 out in the first inning. So far, nothing else. 0-2 on Bean. They can do anything they want with him right here. Pitch coming. And a swing and a miss. Went back to the fastball. He chased it up and out of the zone. And a 1-2-3 third for Pivetta, who caps it with a K. 2.5 done. No score. Padres and Rockies. And now here's what's happening at Valley View Casino and Hotel.
Home run.
I don't usually fall for someone. I don't even care who I run from. You're on my mind, and you know I'm broken, but you're not the kind on my mind, so listen. I'm on the run, afraid of heights, and too much for sound, but oh, you make me numb like no one else.
Ball 1. Marquez has looked like a man on a mission so far tonight. 6 up, 6 down, and he struck out the side last inning. This is way up and away, 2-0. That gets him to 996 strikeouts in his major league career. Already more than any Rocky pitcher ever. 2-0 hit in the air and high but not deep up the right field line. Martini over into foul ground, running out of room, reaching over the railing, and he made the catch. Great play by Nick Martini in foul territory down the right field line.
Nick Martini with a little bit of experience playing in that right field corner. He timed that up perfectly. He got to the wall, was able to kind of place himself against it so that he could reach over, make the catch. Little assist, looked like from the fan to make sure he didn't fall over. He gets out number 1.
She was just mesmerized by the way he came over the railing and then, offered a hand to help him back over. Here's Brandon Lockridge with 1 out, nobody on. First pitch swinging a sharp ground ball, but right to Tovar, and the shortstop throws him out. Quickly, 2 down in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
The pitchers working quickly, getting some quick outs.
Been a long time since the Rockies have had Marquez and Kyle Freeland and Antonio Senzatella all healthy. That is the case early on here. Now his old battery mate, Elias Diaz, with 2 outs, nobody on. And a first pitch fastball perfectly placed on the outside corner, 0-1. Elias facing the Rockies for the first time since they let him go late last season. The 0-1 pitch is outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Parts of 5 seasons in Colorado for Diaz, who takes away again 2-1. He was an all-star with them, of course, in 2023. Began his career with the Pirates, so he has had the opportunity to face them, but never actually had. Here's a ground ball fair up the first baseline, just over the bag. Going to knock around towards the corner. He's going to try for 2. Martini's throw, not in time. Elias Diaz, a 2-out double, the first hit of the night against his former teammate and his former team.
A little bit off the end there, but keeps it just inside the first base bag. Trots his way into second base with a stand-up double. At the Petco Park this Monday when the Padres host the Chicago Cubs at 6:40 to take home an Aloha shirt presented by Motorola. Perfect for the beach or the ballpark. This is an item you don't want to miss. Learn more at Padres.com/giveaway.
So runner on second, 2 outs for Fernando, back in the lineup after irritating his shoulder the other day, and he taps it foul. Diaz double, the first Padre hit of the day, brought to you by Frozen Ropes. Summer League is June 16th to August 17th. Register by April 30th to save $50 at SanDiegoFrozenRopes.com. 0-1 to Tatis. And Fernando has his knees buckled by a breaking ball that hits the top of the zone for a strike. It's 0-2.
Knuckle curve, top of the zone there. It's the call from the Ripper.
John Tumpane, the home plate umpire. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Fernando swings, pops it up into shallow center field. Moniak, a little bit of a late start, but he has time to get to it. And at the spot, he'll make the catch and end the inning. No runs, a hit for Elias Diaz, but he's left at second base, and we'll go to the...
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or man.
Farmer, Tovar, and McMahon. 2, 3, and 4 for Colorado coming up against Nick Pivetta. And both starters here tonight, Pivetta and Marquez, have looked extremely sharp in 3 innings. Both have allowed only 1 hit. Both hits have been doubles. First pitch to Farmer, right-handed batter is low, ball 1. Nick's got 4 strikeouts on the night. Marquez has 3. And good luck to all the hitters the rest of the way. Farmer the only hit. 1-out double in the first inning. The 1-0 from Pivetta is taken pretty much right down the middle. And a fastball for a called strike, 1-1. These two teams have played a ton of close games against one another the last few years. The 1-1. Farmer hits it in the air up the right field line, pushing towards the corner, and foul. Count will go to 1-2. 19 of the 26 games these two teams have played the last 2 years have been decided by 3 or fewer runs.
And they haven't been like the high-scoring affairs that you had become accustomed to with these two teams.
1-2 to Farmer. Pivetta kicks and fires, and that's lined sharply into center field. It'll be down for a base hit in front of Lockridge. So Kyle Farmer 2 for 2, while the rest of the Rockies are 0 for everything. And a leadoff single here in the 4th.
Kyle Farmer continues to swing a good bat, gets the pitch up in the zone, fastball, gets on top of it, able to shoot it to center field for a knock.
Now Tovar, who had a home run against Pivetta in that crazy game last July at Coors Field. Got the day off yesterday against the Brewers. And first pitch swinging, hits it in the air off the end of the bat. Lockridge kind of sidestepping his way to his right, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Farmer back to first base. Tovar Gold Glove Award winner last year, the youngest National League shortstop to ever win the Gold Glove.
As steady as it gets at that position.
1 out, nobody on for Ryan McMahon, left-handed hitter. Pivetta looking for a ground ball at somebody. The first pitch swung on and missed. Just bumped a fastball right past it. McMahon, 185 strikeouts last season. That was second on the team to Tovar, but still 6th most in the major leagues. Struck out his first time here tonight. The 0-1 swung on, popped up. Mile high on the infield. Iglesias coming in from second, having trouble finding it, but he does, and he makes the catch on the grass cutout for the second out of the inning.
He wasn't fooling Kyle Farmer there. He was playing like he couldn't see it. Kyle Farmer was not fooled at all. Never came off the base. Padres get out number 2.
This time of night, I guess you never know if the guy
That's
can
why
actually...
it's the perfect time to play it. And Iglesias knows that. Right in that twilight time, this would be a perfect time to maybe trick somebody.
The gloaming, as the Colonel would say. Chris Bryant in, right-handed batter, takes sweeper low and outside, ball 1. Bryant has now played parts of 11 major league seasons, 4 with these guys. But unfortunately, because of injury, it's really been emphasis on parts of. 1-0 is waved at and missed, 1-1. Bryant's first year with the Rockies, 2022, he played 42 games. His second year with the Rockies, 80 games. Last year, only 37 games because of injury. And it was like a little bit of everything. It's not that he has one thing that keeps coming back and putting him on the shelf. Pivetta will step off and reset before this 1-1 pitch. I mean, maybe everything you need to know is that in his first 3 seasons as a Rocky, Chris Bryant played 10 total games against the Padres. Runner on first, 2 outs, no score. And Bryant takes a fastball strike, 1-2. Last year there was a back strain, a bruised rib, another back strain. Missed almost 125 games. The 1-2 from Pivetta, reached for, pop foul to outright. And the count will stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. Padres and Rockies getting together for the first time in 2025. Scoreless in the fourth. Pivetta trying to work around the lead single to Farmer. He's still at first base. Now the 1-2. Bryant swings, hits it sharply on the ground to Machado at third. They'll go the short way and force Farmer to end the inning. No runs, a hit, one man left on base. Middle of the fourth at Petco. No score. Padres and Rockies. Arise and Machado coming up on the Padres Radio Network. Evening downtown. First pitch and Arise a statue take. Looks at a curveball for a strike, nothing at one. Luis grounded to short his first time up. Marquez and Pivetta have been trading zeros here in the early going. 0-1 pitch hit in the air to left field, straightaway and shallow. Bean on his way in, kind of ambles underneath of it, and then makes the two-handed catch for the first out. Arise had a great road trip, really got it going. 11 hits, more than any other Padre. And he had 423 on that trip through Chicago and Sacramento. It's pretty impressive no matter what, but particularly when you consider he went 0 for 5 on Wednesday. To still be well over 400 on the trip. 1 out, nobody on. Manny swings and misses at a first pitch slider for strike one.
Certainly got on a heater as soon as the Padres left San Diego.
And he swings, laces it towards left center. Long run, Moniak into the gap and right at the edge of the warning track. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Bottom of the fourth is brought to you by Eco Water SoCal, keeping it soft and celebrating 100 years of water perfection. Visit EcoWaterSoCal.com. Your water should be perfect.
Bases empty, 2 down, no score, fourth inning. Here comes the Lumber, brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers. Fix it, build it, enjoy it. Gavin Sheets, big, strong, left-handed hitter, and he takes low ball one from Marquez. Gavin 0 for 1. He struck out in the second inning. 1-0, big swing and a miss out in front.
Got both the knuckle curve and the slider really working here tonight.
He is giving us an in-your-face reminder of what he's capable of while healthy. Ball in the dirt, 2-1. Really do feel bad when guys just go through that length of time without being able to stay on the field.
It's really tough, too. It's hard to explain unless you've been in that situation. It's tough to watch your teammates go out there and you're basically helpless.
Line drive sharply into right field and a base hit for Gavin Sheets. Second knock of the night against Marquez. And a 2-out base runner for Xander Bogaerts.
Got that fastball up and in the middle of the plate. They wanted it away. Gavin Sheets short strokes him in the right field for a 2-out knock.
Done a really, really nice job here in the early going and just kind of picking up where he left off after that great spring. Now Xander 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Marquez out of the stretch. Only the second at bat tonight. And Bogart's just out in front. Launches one foul down the left field side, deep into the terrace line. No balls and a strike to the Padres shortstop, who came into tonight 3 for 6 in his career against Marquez with a couple of doubles. 0-1, the pitch. Xander swings and misses. Faced a curveball that ended up almost in the other batter's box. And now behind 0-2.
Slider sits at about 81, that knuckle curve at about 85. Both of them are real sharp here tonight.
Sheets held on at first base by Tolia. 0-2 on Xander Bogaerts. Marquez with a long pause. Now he kicks and deals. Xander checks his swing, and he takes the curveball just a little bit low. Ball 1.
That's a heck of a take there by Bogey. That's a good presented knuckle curve there that was at the bottom of the zone for a long time before it spun out. Bogey with a nice take.
Sheets stretches out a little bit bigger of a lead, not running, and a fastball misses way outside at 97. So Bogaerts has gotten himself back into it after falling behind 0-2. It's now 2-2. Marquez, by the way, still only 30 years old. For the first Sheets read it, he was already heading back before Marquez even came over. Xander waiting on Marquez, who slows it down a lot with guys on base. Sheets at first, 2 down, no score. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Sheets takes off. Throw from Goodman. The tag is in time. Farmer had to kind of reach across the bag to get it and then spun around and tagged Sheets out to end the inning. No runs, a hit. After that, nobody left. We'll go to the 5th. No score.
Can't get enough baseball? Start streaming MLB Network today. Get up to 50.
Duel between Pivetta and Marquez. Left-hand hitting Nick Martini will lead off for the Rockies. Takes the first pitch fastball for a strike, 0-1. Martini played 26 games for the Padres back in 2019. Tolia and Goodman to follow 6, 7, and 8 for Bud Black's Colorado Rockies. Fastball high, 1-1. Today's question of the day brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. If you have questions about your health, visit kp.org/San Diego. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you. 1-1, Pivetta delivers, and Martini hits a little topper out towards the mound. Pivetta barehands it, sidearm throw to first, in time. What a play by Nick Pivetta. Kind of an all-or-nothing attempt, and for the moment at least, out number one.
Waiting on Buddy Black to see if he's going to challenge. He will not. Great play by Pivetta and a great stretch by Luis Ariz to be able to keep his toe on that bag.
Luis at, 5'7" or 5'8". He doesn't have a ton of extra room to work with over there, but really beautifully done, lunging away. And a nice play by both guys for that first out. Question of the day, by the way, comes from Ian in Chula as Tolia hits it in the air. Foul out of play left side. Fun question, sort of. Ian says, much has been made of the Rockies having the Padres number these last few years. Tony, was there a pitcher or a team that you can recall who seemed to always have your number as a player? 0-1. Tolia lines it over Ariz down the line, but foul. And now 0-2.
Give me some time to process this. I don't know that there was a team, I would say, but there were certainly individual pitchers.
0-2 is low.
Cliff Lee comes to mind immediately. Although I played well against the Phillies as a organization, that's the one guy that always pops up in my mind as, man, that sucked.
Tolia takes at the knees. Strike three called. Second K of the day for Tolia. Fifth for Pivetta. And 2 down in the fifth inning. Now, it should be said, by the way, that Cliff Lee of that moment was one of the nastier pitchers in all of baseball.
He was. He was.
It wasn't just Tony Gwynn Jr.
No,
who had
he
trouble.
was doing it to a lot of people. But he was probably the one guy that made me feel like at times I didn't need to be up here.
How do you try and put that out of your mind in the box? Because I know it's there as you're walking up. Here's Goodman, a right-handed batter, taking a strike.
That's a really good question. I think what happens as you're walking up, I think at that point you got to move on from that. And you can't, and that doesn't mean it won't try to creep its way back into your head either.
Foul back towards us.
I think that's what separates, I think, the really good guys and then the superstars. It just levels up another, the mental aptitude to be able to compartmentalize.
0-2, swing and a miss. Another one for Pivetta. 2 more strikeouts here in the top of the fifth inning, and another 1-2-3 frame. Midway at Petco Park. Still no score. Padres and Rockies on the Padres Radio Network. Marquez putting up all the zeros as Bogart swings to the first pitch and bounces one through the left side. A leadoff single here in the 5th inning. And it's worth going back to the bottom of the last inning. Remember, Gavin Sheets was thrown out trying to advance on a ball in the dirt. Xander had 2 strikes against him, so Bogarts gets a clean start here in the 5th inning, takes full advantage.
I don't think that's not in the thought process of Gavin Sheets maybe pushing the envelope there. Ball in the dirt with 2 strikes on Xander. Gets thrown out. Xander gets to start the AB 0-0, singles first pitch.
Now Iglesias, and he'll take a slider low and outside, ball 1. It was a close play at second last inning with Sheets. Maybe a little bit of a hesitation before he took off. Probably cost him, but comes around the other way and helps kick off this inning. See how it goes. Bogarts takes off. Pitch inside. Goodman's throw. No chance. Another stolen base for the Padres. 4th of the year already for Bogarts in as many attempts.
Read the game. Right now, this game is indicating runs may be hard to come by, so you got to create some opportunities here. Xander with a good jump, throw on the wrong side of the bag. He gets another stolen base.
Now their corners come in on the Rocky infield. They might expect an Iglesias bunt. 2-0. He takes on the outside corner or thereabouts for a strike. So the Padres with a guy in scoring position for only the 2nd time tonight. And it's been a tale of 2 seasons in terms of runners in scoring position, home and away. Brilliant on the homestand. Really struggled on the road trip. 2-1. Iglesias hits it fair up the first baseline into right field. Bogarts rounding third. He's going to score an RBI single for Jose Iglesias against his old team. His first RBI as a Padre and the first run of this game. It's 1-0.
Creating your own opportunities. Gavin Sheets gets thrown out in the bottom of the 4th. That gives Bogey a new AB. He singles first pitch, steals, and on the very next pitch, Jose Iglesias singles to right, brings home the Padres' first run of this ball game.
Now Jason Hayward, still nobody out. He takes inside ball 1. That was something to smile about. Brought to you by Smile Spirits. Real vodka cocktails, not a boring seltzer. Try Smile Spirits bold flavor with no sugary aftertaste. Just pure refreshment. 1-0. Hayward takes downstairs. Available at Total Wine or just visit smilespirits.com. Making San Diego smile. Catcher Goodman going to call time. Head out visit with Marquez. Back-to-back singles plus the stolen base have resulted in the first run of this game. Padres leading 1-0 in the 5th. So on the first homestand, the Padres hit .293 with runners in scoring position to go 7-0. On the road trip, they hit .164. They left 52 guys on base in the 6-game road trip. That's almost 9 per game.
Listen, it's not ideal, but you'd rather have the opportunities created than not have them at all. And they know, given their approach, they're going to eventually knock the door down.
There you go. For the first stand, Iglesias goes kind of scampering back in, standing up, ahead of the tag from Tolia. Padres have gotten 1 here in the 5th inning. They're looking for more. 2-0 on Hayward. Iglesias leads, not running, and a breaking ball kind of backs up and hits the outside part of the plate for a called strike. 2-1. Last year, the Padres hit .269 with runners in scoring position, best in all of baseball. 2-1 to Hayward. Marquez will deliver, and Jason hits it on the ground, right back to Marquez, goes to second one. Tovar's turn is in plenty of time, and catcher's interference has been called. Wow. So what looked like a double play to make it a 2-out, nobody on situation instead is catcher's interference, and everybody is going to be safe. Iglesias now at second, and Hayward at first.
I knew something was up. Jay Hay has never not run out of baseball. When he stopped halfway, I initially thought he was hurt, but he knew what the home plate umpire knew as well, which was his bat hit Goodman's glove, and you can see the recoil of Goodman trying to pull that glove back. Everyone's safe as the inning continues.
Oh boy, that could be one of those little things that turns into a huge thing. Now they expect a bunt from Lockridge. He will square, puts it towards third. Charged by McMahon, only play to first, is in time. One away, but a successful sacrifice certainly for Brandon Lockridge. The Padres now with one out have guys on second and third.
Already in this game, the Padres seemingly executing better than they did all road trip. Excellent bunt. Right into the perfect spot. Forces McMahon to have to field it. The runners come in behind, and an opportunity to maybe cash in two for Diaz.
Already doubled against his old battery mate. Infield in. He takes outside, ball one. San Diegan Tony Walters, the only guy who's caught Marquez more in his career than Elias Diaz. And Diaz doubled the other way against him back in the third inning. 1-0 the pitch. Diaz swings, hits it in the air to right this time. Tolia back from first base on the move. Won't get there, but it's a foul ball, and it bounces over the fence on the right side there. So 1-1 now to Diaz. Had the infield not been in, Tolia might get to that, but it won. Padres with a 1-0 lead, bottom of the fifth inning. Hayward at second, Iglesias at third. One out for the number 9 hitter, and obviously Fernando, a very interested party waiting on deck. 1-1 to Diaz. The pitch from Marquez. Check swing on a ball down and in the dirt. They appeal. He did not offer. And the count will swing in Diaz's favor. It's now 2-1.
I think Goodman might have been saved by John Tupain there. That ball looked like it got between his legs and maybe was stopped by the foot. No, he looked like he got his glove on it. Padres unable to advance.
Here's the 2-1. Swung on, lined up the middle, and into left center, a base hit. Iglesias has scored. Hayward speeding around third. He's going to score. How about Elias Diaz against his old team? A 2-run single, his second knock of the night, and the Padre lead is 3-0.
Catcher's interference looms large. Allows this inning to continue to roll on, and the Padres continue to add pressure. Single up the middle by Diaz. 2 runs come in. It's a 3-0 ball game.
Still only one out, and Fernando will come to bat. And I tell you what, I mean, you said it, executing like they were on the first homestand, and also taking every advantage of every little mistake made by the other team. Darryl Scott, the pitching coach for the Rockies, out to chat. Visit to the mound brought to you by the Window Depot, offering the best prices and biggest inventory on in-stock vinyl windows and interior and exterior doors. Order online or find a location near you at thewindownDepot.com. Marquez was borderline untouchable through the first 4 innings, but Xander Bogaerts knocked one through to begin this fifth. He stole second, and that really got the ball rolling. And now the Padres a 3-0 lead with Tatis at the dish. Mound visit is over. Marquez delivers, and Fernando takes a first pitch slider for a strike right at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. First time all night, Marquez has really been made to work. Diaz at first. The 0-1 pitch swung on, line towards right center. Moniak not going to get there. Has to plate on a gap, on a hop in the gap, and Diaz read it beautifully, goes first to third. Padres continue to hit here in the fifth. Fernando's first of the night, and now runners on the corners for Luis Arraez.
And it's to right center on a line. Padres' aggression on the bases right now is a fun thing to watch. Even Toddy coming around first, almost hoping that there was a throw from the outfield to third base so he could take the extra one. They thought wiser of it. First and third now for Luis Arraez.
Tell you what, Elias Diaz made pretty good speed there coming around.
He turned it up.
Throw to first, probably a good idea, and Fernando goes back in with a head first dive.
I mean, Farmer came up looking at third, and Toddy came around almost anticipating he was going to throw it.
Ready for everything. Fernando started then stopped. Arraez hits it on a line to right field. Martini charging in makes the catch Diaz will not try and score from third base. Hard hit out number 2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So 2 on, 2 away, and Manny Machado is about to be the 8th guy to hit this inning. Here comes the Lumber, brought to you by Dixieline Lumber and Home Centers. Fix it, build it, enjoy it. Manny 0 for 2. But Marquez not the same guy in the 5th inning that he was in the first 4. Fernando at first itching to run. There he goes. Pitch to Manny is a ball. Throw to second. Into center field. And Diaz will come in to score. Wow. Putting pressure, getting results, and now 4-0.
Been a tough inning for Goodman. His catcher's interference allowed what would have been a double play to end the inning, allowed the inning to continue. Now the throw well up the ladder into center for Farmer. Didn't even attempt to catch this ball. It was so high. Stolen base for Toddy. Another run for the Padres.
1-0 meanwhile to Manny, who laces one down the left field line. Fair into the corner. Fernando's going to walk home as it went up over the little wall for a rule book double. 5-0 San Diego, and some very loud noises here in the 5th.
It's all about taking advantage of opportunity. The Padres taking full advantage here in the 5th. Knuckle curveball, probably the worst one he's thrown all game. Man, he bangs it down that left field line. Ground rule double and an RBI for Manny Machado.
Inning continues for Gavin Sheets, the 9th man to bat, and he takes a strike at the top of the zone, 0-1. I mean, Marquez was just rolling. Nothing and 1 to Sheets. The pitch is in the dirt, and a check swing, 1-1. Manny's at second with 2 down. The Padres with a 5-0 lead here in the 5th. Sheets singled last inning. Now the 1-1. Gavin takes outside, 2 balls and a strike. And we noted he was thrown out trying to advance on a ball in the dirt, but that kind of reset things for Xander. And that is what began this big inning and this whole rally. All the little things going the Padres' way again here at home as Sheets takes down and in ball 3. 7-0 in his building to begin the year. The 98 team, the only other Padre team to begin at 7-0 at home.
It's a good example of why you can't allow for extra opportunities for any team. Because at this level, this is the type of thing that can happen. It was almost a flawless start for Marquez. It's kind of turned into a nightmare here in the 5th.
It is spiraling. 3-1, low ball 4. That is the first walk of this game issued by either pitcher. And the Padres have batted around here in the 5th inning. They got 2 guys on, 2 out for Xander, who began all the trouble. Might well be the night for Marquez. The catcher Goodman going out to chat, maybe kill some time. Angel Chavilli is warming in the Rocky bullpen. And Bud Black making his way up the stairs. Going to take a very slow walk to the mound to make a pitching change. Wow, wow, wow. It was going great for Marquez until it wasn't. He will leave with 2 outs in the 5th inning. Padres ahead 5-0 on the Padres Radio Network.
Hey, it's Scraby from Gwyn and Chris. Here are some tips I learned from Kaiser Permanente to live.
Rays of gold, your body oh so close. No, I can't forget, no. When I saw you on the dance floor, oh, I saw you who saw me first. I guess it's history now, and I shouldn't care, but it still hurts. I didn't realize the danger, cause you're the end of the rainbow. And the music was so loud, didn't catch your name over this crowd. Girl, you should wear a name tag, cause all I wanna do is to know your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, that's the only way that I get your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, it's too important to be your name. People go insane when you walk by. Girl, you should wear a name tag. Girl, you should wear a name tag. Lose control of myself, can find you anywhere. Been trying for too long. I give up, I'm out of luck. Been looking everywhere, it doesn't make sense, no. Cause I need you on the dance floor. 4 a.m. and we go home. I guess it's history now and I shouldn't care but it still hurts. I didn't realize the danger, cause you're the end of the rainbow. And the music was so loud, didn't get your name over this crowd. Girl, you should wear a name tag, cause all I wanna do is to know your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, that's the only way that I get your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, it's too important.
Have scored 5 times here in the 5th inning. Still have 2 guys on with 2 outs. As Xander Bogaerts comes to bat for the 2nd time this frame, German Marquez was rolling through 4th, and it just completely fell apart on him here in the 5th inning, though not all his doing by any stretch. A couple of key mistakes made by the catcher, Hunter Goodman. Catcher's interference that erased what looked like a double play ball, and then a throwing error that Goodman made on a stolen base attempt have added to all the issues for Colorado here in the 5th. 2 on and 2 out. First pitch to Xander is swung on and missed. He's all geared up for a fastball, but he got a changeup, and it's 0-1. Colorado relievers have allowed at least 1 earned run in all 12 games they have played this season. That is suboptimal. A 1 pitch is low and outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. First time in franchise history they've done that. So you might think to yourself, well, it's the Rockies. They always have a hard time pitching. Well, no Rocky team ever had accomplished what they did not want to accomplish this year. 1-1. Pickoff at second base, and back ahead of the tag is Machado. They have a 6.53 bullpen ERA. That is last in baseball. Sheets at first, Manny at second, 2 down for Bogaerts. 1-1. Chavilly delivers and misses outside at 97 miles an hour, 2-1. Packed house on a Friday night to see the Padres and the Rockies, and it's another party here at Petco. Trying to go 8-0 at home for the first time in franchise history. 2-1. Xander takes outside, ball 3. Padres have already scored 5 runs on 5 hits this inning. Three and 1 to Xander. Chavilly delivers and misses low and outside, ball 4. Wow. Back-to-back walks issued by Colorado pitching. And now the bases are loaded for Jose Iglesias.
Padres applying pressure, as we saw them do last homestand. Bases loaded now for Jose Iglesias.
First pitch coming, and a fastball strike at 97 right on the outside edge. 0-1 to Iglesias, who drove home the first run of this night with an RBI single earlier this inning. 0-1, the pitch. Iglesias out in front, bounces it towards the left side, charged by McMahon. He's got no play. Just picks it up, puts it in his pocket. An infield single for Iglesias, and a 6-0 Padre lead as Machado crosses home.
The second knock of the inning. Not hit hard, but hit in the right spot. No play for McMahon. Bases will remain loaded for Jason Hayward.
So he had 1 hit that made it 1-0 this inning. Now another that makes it 6-0 this inning. Bogaerts at second and Sheets at third with Iglesias at first. And Hayward takes a changeup for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is waved at and missed, 0-2. Hayward reached on that catcher's interference, a very fateful moment for Marquez and the Rockies here in the 5th. Padres with their biggest inning of the year to this point. 6 runs here in the 5th. 0-2 to Hayward with the bases loaded and a swing and a miss. So Chevy finally gets the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Padres do big damage. They get 6 runs on 6 hits. There were 2 errors, and the bases were left loaded. On to the 6th inning at Petco Park. Now the Padres 6 and the Rockies nothing on the Padres Radio Network. .com/party. 6-0 San Diego as Mickey Moniak leads off, swings and misses, strike 1 against Nick Pivetta here in the 6th. Pivetta just had himself a long sit. Padres sent 12 guys to bat in the bottom of the 5th. 0-1 is swung on and missed, strike 2. And for all of our conversation about runners in scoring position, how about 4 for 8 so far tonight?
I'd say that's pretty good.
It's got to be like a 500 or so average. 0-2, Moniak takes at the knee, strike 3 called. Number 7 for Nick Pivetta, who picks up here in the 6th, right where he left off in the 5th.
Mickey Moniak gets hit with the ripper. Fastball down and away. John Tumpain puts him in the dugout.
It is kind of a slashing move that Tumpain makes behind the plate on called 3rd strikes. Very violent.
It is.
Top of the order, Veen swings and misses at another fastball, strike 1.
That's all Veen has seen in this ball game. 7 fastballs from 2.
Veen tries to bunt, tips it into Diaz mitt. That's strike 2.
Now 8 fastballs.
And he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
Pivetta and Diaz, for that matter, clearly identified something in that first at bat. And they just continue to pump heaters to Zach Veen.
Padres with a 6-0 lead here in the 6th inning. 0-2 the pitch. Veen takes a fastball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chased that pitch both to end his at bat in the 1st and in the 3rd. Comes a point, right, where now you know you can throw him anything. The 1-2, Veen swings and misses at a fastball, strike 3. 4 straight Ks for Pivetta, 8 on the night. 2 down in the 6th. And we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Padres Radio Network.
KWFN-FM and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
Jr. and our producer-engineer, Dave Marcus. I'm Jesse Agler. 6-0 Padres. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 6th inning as the Rockies second baseman Kyle Farmer takes a little bit outside from Nick Pivetta, ball 1. Mentioned Nick had arguably the worst start of his career against these guys last July at Coors. Tonight, so far, as good as it gets. Fastball, strike, 1-1.
Who's on deck for the Padres in the 6th is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. For the Padres, it'll be 8-9-1. Lockridge, Diaz, Tatis.
1-1 pitch hit on a line to left center field. Lockridge not going to get there. Is able to cut it off in the gap. Sends it in towards second. Farmer trying to stretch it, and he'll get there as the throw is cut by Bogarts. So a 2-out double by Kyle Farmer, who is the only thing standing between Nick Pivetta and perfection here tonight.
3 hits on the evening. A double, single, and now a double in the left center gap. You're right. It's the only thing standing between perfection and Nick Pivetta.
Literally every other guy has made an out every time they've come to bat. But Kyle Farmer 3 for 3 with 2 doubles. And if that doesn't illustrate the beautiful stupidity of this game, I don't know what does. Here's Tovar, and he takes a little bit up and away, ball 1. I mean, for a guy to be so locked in, and then for just one other guy on the other team to see him as well as he has. 1-0. Tovar checks, takes high, they appeal, but he didn't go.
The good thing for Nick is that it was out the window in the first inning, so he hasn't really had a thought about it really at all. Maybe after the game he'll look back on it and pull away.
Swing and a miss, 2-1.
Fog is rolling in here thick right now.
Yeah, it's very dramatic.
It is.
Like something out of one of those Marvel movies that Dave likes so much. 2-1. Tovar takes just a little bit high. 3 balls and a strike. Padres 6, Rockies nothing. Runner on second, 2 outs. The 3-1 pitch is at the knees but called a ball. And that'll be the first walk of the game issued by Pivetta. So Tovar becomes the first guy not named Kyle Farmer to reach base tonight. And now 2 on and 2 out for the left-handed hitting Ryan McMahon.
Had a long look in there after he did not get that call. What looked to be right at the bottom of the zone. The inning will be extended for McMahon.
McMahon 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He's also popped to Iglesias at second base. Runners lead, and a first pitch breaking ball is grounded foul right side. 0-1. Yeah, Tony's not kidding about the fog. I mean, it's coming from behind the ballpark, and almost like it's coming over the top of the stadium and then down towards the playing field. Like we're playing in the clouds. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
I mean, it's coming in at such a rate that initially I was a little frightened that it might be a fire behind us, but definitely fog is, not only is that rolling in, the temperature has started to drop quite a bit.
I feel much tougher after our time in Chicago.
No doubt.
2 on, 2 out. The 0-2 to McMahon. Swung on, popped up behind third base. Manny back into foul territory. Tells Hayward to give way, and he makes the catch to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 2 guys left on base. And after 5.5, Padres 6, Rockies.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball
You told me you believe in something and you said you're done pretending that fate is patient. Go run away, get it out of your system. Come back when you're older. Go find a place where you can't be the victim. And come back when you're older. Go catch the storm within your broken bones. And be wild, 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 wild. is your beginning. Will colors fade, but it's okay. There is good in changes. Don't run away, get it out of your system. Come back when you're older. Go find a place where you can't be the victim. And come back when you're older.
CBE. Diaz and Tatis to follow. Everybody hitting tonight after the pod sent 12 to the plate last inning. 1-0 is low. 2 balls and no strikes. Check out the exciting lineup of theme games this season, including the Vetter Cup, Star Wars Weekend, Hello Kitty, and Unique Heritage Nights. Explore all games and purchase a special theme game packet at Padres.com/theme games. Fastball is a strike. 2-1 on Lockridge. 0 for 1. Had the beautiful sacrifice bunt last inning that set up Elias Diaz 2-run single. Diaz been a multi-hit machine this year. 2-1 is swung on and missed. And now 2-2 for the Padres center fielder. All 6 runs charged to Marquez. 5 were earned. 2-2 grounded off the end of the bat out to second base. Farmer doesn't waste any time with Lockridge running. And he throws him out for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. But Marquez, who was near perfect through 4 innings, ends up lasting only 4 2/3. 6 runs, 5 earned, 7 hits, a walk, 3 strikeouts, and a very good reminder of how you just don't want to give this Padre team even a little bit of help.
They will break you. If you open a door, they will kick it down, as we've seen them do here tonight.
Ask the Braves and Guardians. 1 out, nobody on for Diaz. Takes a fastball strike. Big night already for Elias against his old club. Doubled in the 3rd inning. That was the first hit of the night against Marquez. And then the 2-run single last inning. 0-1. Fouled into the net for strike 2. Who's Hot, Who's Not is brought to you by the Grilling Store at Hillcrest Ace Hardware, the official grilling store of the Padres Radio Network. For all your grilling needs, visit them on University Avenue in Hillcrest or at thegrillingstoresd.com. 0-2 to Elias Diaz, and a ground ball foul at 3rd. Cardinals utility guy Brendan Donovan is hot. 14 for his last 27 after a slow start. It's got to feel good. And 2 to Diaz with 1 out, nobody aboard. The pitch. Elias swings and misses, strike 3. Second of the evening for the reliever, Chivie, and 2 outs with Fernando coming up.
Padres,
Not hot, by the way. Alec Bohm of the Phillies, all-star last year, off to an 8 for 53 start, hitting 151.
It's early. They're playing in a lot of cold areas. I expect that'll pick up.
I agree. Here's Fernando, singled, stole a base, and scored last inning, tied up by an inside fastball. Tried to check, but he went, strike 1.
Padres Baseball brought to you by Prize Picks. Download the app today and use promo code 973 for fan.
No balls and a strike. Fernando sends one in the air, deep to left center field. Wow. Home run into the bullpen, and just an absolute no-doubter for his 3rd of the year. Padres had done basically everything but that, and now they do, and it's 7-0.
I told you, it's a variety of different ways they can beat you. They've shown all of them tonight. This ball hit into the fog in left center. Solo shot for Toddy. He picks up his 3rd of the year.
A majestic blast.
92 coming in, 113 into the fog.
On a cool, foggy evening, you don't often see balls go there.
No.
The Rise takes a fastball strike. All right, that extends the Rockies franchise record, by the way. Their bullpen is now allowed at least 1 earned run in all 13 games to begin the season. As the 0-1, Arise sends one in the air to center field. Straight away, not deep though. Moniak started back. Now he circles underneath of it and makes the catch to end the inning. But the Padres add on thanks to the Tatis homer. And we're going to go to the 7th inning here at Petco Park. It's now the Padres 7-0 on the Padres Radio Network.
Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Visit NavyFederal.org for details.
This is Manny Machado from the San Diego Padres. The Padres play here on San Diego's #1 sports station. 97.
much for sure. So cold, but we're always coming back for more. Egos in this wicked game, it's all for sure. Oh, I've got you. If we figured out what it's all